Okay, so right now, I'm waiting for one student. Let's see. His name is um, Alidia. I think it's Alidia. Alidia. Okay, so right now I'm waiting for a video, and um, so we are going to speak about, can graffiti be ever considered an art? Hi, Lidio.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Great teacher. A little tired.
Sorry, maybe you were taking a nap, right?
Yes, teacher. Actually, I was taking a great nap this morning.
Oh, it was this morning, or it was just, after your lunch or something?
No, this morning I was studying all night because I had to study no to send some advances in my subjects. So I prefer to study at these times. I take advantage about that.
Oh, okay, I see. So I don't know if you have attended these sessions before. So they last 50 minutes, and we have a topic that we will discuss about, and you will have the opportunity to give your opinion about this topic. Okay, that's good.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, the topic for this session is going to be, can graffiti be ever considered an art?
Yes, yes, I was reading about that. Mm, um, I have read about a special artist. His name is Bansky. Is a British graffiti artist. He is really controversial. And for me, I think that if you want to be a artist, you only have to be creative, influential, originally, and that's it. So all all of them make Maski an really artist. I know he's so controversial, but if you have the ability of catching the attention of everyone, you are a really artist.
Okay.
Mm,
Yeah.
so he he has a lot of graffitis around the world, and actually nobody knows who is he. Uh, he always has occult his true identity, and because he knows that graffitis are illegal. Not in every countries, but some countries are illegal, and even in countries where they paint controversial graffitis because maybe they are against to the politicians.
So, what do you think are the main reasons for graffitis? Like, for example, you were speaking about the graffitis are a way to show philosophy, right? So, what do you think these artists just decide to go outside and paint something? What is the purpose for that?
Mm, maybe to give message to the world. Uh, they only pretend give an idea, a different idea about the world. Uh, they they could be for me they could be not illegal. Only it's a aspiration about ideas that maybe you can't express on news or broadcast only because politicians pretend um, suppress um,
Mhm.
suppress your ideas. Yes, they so maybe all of our graffitis pretend give you a true idea about what is happening around the world.
So, like, how would you describe graffiti itself, the art? Do you think it's like different from, for example, oil painting or any other art? Why do you think it's different?
Um, can you repeat the question, teacher?
Okay, what makes graffiti different from other arts?
Um, okay. The most important thing is that graffitis are on streets, on walls, and signs, house, and even stores. Um, that is the first thing, but obviously um, they are different because graffitis are exposed uh, to everyone. I mean, maybe if you are a person who doesn't like artists or art, you always see a kind of art of graffiti in your way to your work, to your house, or everywhere you are. So graffitis are always available to everyone. Not always a painting on the wall is a graffiti. It could be vandalism.
Mm. So, do you think like there is a connection or a relationship between graffitis and vandalism?
Oh, okay. We lived in Colombia, mm, where there are several graffitis on the streets. So sometimes makes me or bothers me, simply because they are really awful graffitis. But I have seen some graffitis that they are really creative and amazing. So not exactly is they could be vandalism, but sometimes they are.
Mm-hmm. Would you give me some examples of when is graffiti and when it is vandalism? Some
Mm,
examples?
mm, Eh, have you ever seen a group of graffitis that take place on the 26th Street um,
Well,
near to the
actually, I've been to Bogota like one time, but then we were just going in a car, and there was this a like long, long wall. It was completely full of graffitis, and it seems like there were graffitis everywhere. Like almost everywhere that I would see there, it was full of
Mm.
graffitis. So maybe
Okay,
probably the
teacher.
place.
I forgot that you aren't from Bogota.
Yeah.
Are you? Yes. Okay, yes. In Bogota, you can see graffitis everywhere. Everywhere you were in the neighborhoods, on the streets, on the signs. They paint graffitis of every way they can. And I think that maybe a lot of graffitis make the city like a vandalism graffiti when not necessarily graffiti is a art. But yes, I know that some artistics are really um, good at paintings and graffitis on the streets. And obviously when you see a big, a huge wall on the street, and it's attractive painting, maybe it's good for you, and you can consider that kind of painting or like artist painting.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds pretty interesting because I understand you. And do you think like for example graffitis? For example, there are some. I don't know. I'm just from Saravena now, and some people will just write how to say on some houses like political messages. Do you think that could be related, or that's just vandalism?
Sorry, teacher. The connection is it's not working properly. And can you repeat the question?
Yeah, for example, do you think like messages related from politics or related to politics are can be graffitis, or they are more like vandalism? Do you think like graffiti will be a proper way to express some political opinion?
Okay. Um, for instance, if you see a graffiti on the street, but only is a message and without full uh, uh, word or yes, the way
Well,
that
I
you write. Um, Actually, for me, it's vandalism, and uh, mm, and it's worse when I see them on houses. I think that maybe uh, they can they have to think about where they can make their graffitis. They have to respect other people. They have to respect the spaces, because obviously if for example is my house, it was really awful for me. I would have to paint my house again. And no, for me only is a message about politician are vandalism. It's different when you see a painting expressing an specific idea about politicians.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. So, under which conditions do you think graffitis are, how to say, must be allowed? For example, like you see something done in a wall, could be uh, anything. How do you recognize a good graffiti? What do you think are the characteristics of a good graffiti?
Mm, okay. Mm, Uh, I'm not an artist. I am really bad at painting or Anything that about artists, I am really bad. But uh, they artists, they can get all your attention where they can when they are able to painting special graffitis. When you see good graffiti on the street, you don't need to be a expert or yes, an artist to notice that the graffitis are really expression. So art could be graffitis could be art expressing ideas, and obviously give you only an idea, but not exactly everything. They maybe could only want to give you um, at beginning about politician. So they maybe uh, could you to think about the politician, about police or everything about politicians.
Okay. Um, okay. So in that case, do you think, for example, are there opportunities where graffitis will be a good idea in order to make, for example, some public spaces look better?
Mm, do you mean that maybe it has to be or
Mm, mm.
a special place to take a graffiti?
No, what I mean is like, do you think a graffiti will be a good way in order to make a public place look better? For example, a wall, a public wall or something. Do you think it will look better if it gets graffitis, or do you think like graffitis is not a good way in order to make the public space look better? What do you think?
Okay. I can't imagine a graffiti in a gallery, teacher. If you are thinking about graffiti, you are thinking about the streets. So I don't know. I know that maybe, for example, Baskins, he has had some of his graffitis in a special exposition, but uh, he wants to express his ideas, but on the streets. Why? Maybe because he only wants to be near from people or common people. So yes, graffiti obviously it has uh, no it will be on the streets.
Mm, okay. Okay, thank you so much for participating, Alirio. And we have reached the end of the session. You have a pretty good understanding, and you handle a pretty good um quantity of vocabulary. And I think like you did a great job about speaking of this topic. And thank you so much for participating. And I apologize because I have to postpone this session with you.
Don't worry.
So I'm really thankful also because you were a little bit flexible with that. And please keep subscribing.
Okay, teacher. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Okay. Do do pretty good with those works that you have there, those activities. Okay.
Thanks, teacher. Thanks,
Have a good
teacher.
rest. Bye
Bye,
bye.
teacher. Goodbye, teacher.